All right, so this concept we talked about before too. It's super important to iterate quickly. It's super important to have live class with real students where you're getting feedback on real time. You don't want to have where the learning happens over months. You want to get that quickly. You want to have live class, not live lectures. The live class doesn't mean live lectures. Teach through the platform, but have live classes where you are getting data points, where you're building relationship, asking questions to see if the students are really understanding concepts. Find out, look at if you can do an on-site, look over their shoulder, or you do a code review, find out where they're at, what they're struggling with. Get data points. See if the heart graph, the brain graph, and the assignment landscape, the difficulty level are really how you thought it would be. Because most likely, if this is your first, you never really created courses, your projections are going to be way off. So use that as an opportunity. Less experience you have with curriculum development, more live classes you need to teach, and more short intervals. If you have been teaching for years, maybe with 3 rounds of iterations, you can get to a very good course that now goes into a maintenance mode. But if you're new, maybe you need 6 rounds of revisions. Maybe you need 10 rounds of revision. So make the iteration cycle shorter. Okay? Remember, waterfall approach, we know in software, just doesn't work. So why do you create curriculum in the waterfall approach where you set a deadline 6 months later and you create a very comprehensive course that ends up not being used and being thrown away? That's not effective. We know that doesn't work in software. Why would it work in curriculum? Do the agile approach. Do a live class every 2 weeks. Get real people. Maybe it could be as little as 3 to 5 people. Get data points. Spend time with the students. How are they doing? How are they feeling? What concepts are making sense? What concepts are just not clicking? After the assignments, are they really sufficiently able to gain self-sufficiency and connect dots? Is your capstone project appropriate? Is there another capstone project that's more appropriate? Right? Think about the assignment landscape. Think about the heart graph, right? Iterate quickly, multiple times, and teach through the platform. Whenever you learn those valuable lessons, update the platform. It's going to impact all the future students. And when you see that the next batch of students are leveling up faster, and they're walking out with more confidence at the end of each course, and the next batch is even stronger in confidence and stronger in terms of their ability to get to that level faster, you've gotten an effective curriculum that's getting better and better. If you do live lectures, they're not teaching through, then you have to do it over and over again, and that's not good. You're not being a good curriculum author, right? A good curriculum author creates contents that can be leveraged by other instructors who could do some live lectures, yeah. But as the course author, if you're creating a course, you should not teach through live lectures if the content is already in the platform. Now, we talked about the exception of that is if the content is not in the platform yet, then do live lectures to uncover, ways to teach. And so that you don't have to say, oh, I want to extend I want to have the class start next week instead because my course is not ready. Forget it. Just do the live class. Teach. And if it is not in the platform, just do a live lecture. Just prepare that night and then teach the next day. Right? There should not be an excuse for you to teach frequently because the course is not ready. I showed another example where there was a course outline. I never taught any of the concepts. I merely told the students to learn these, but I still provided tons of guidance because out of all the millions of things they could have learned, I just said, learn these 5 concepts and then build these assignments, right? You could have done the same thing. So anyway, no excuse for not setting up a live class, not teaching, students in real time, not sitting next to the students and really understanding how they're feeling, if they're really understanding concepts. Absolutely no excuse. You got to iterate quickly. My recommendation would be 2 weeks, every 2 weeks, until the course goes to a state where this course is solid. It's just rock solid. Till then, iterate.